Right behind me, you can see the remains of the original Broad Street Market following a devastating fire, but I want to take you across the road over to this plot of land here. This is where city officials are going to be building a temporary structure for the vendors while the original market is being rebuilt. Now, the crash left this section of I-95 backed up for miles yesterday, but now this morning, as you can see, it has fully reopened. Students for Justice in Palestine have created this 5-part mural in hopes that it'll make students stop and take a second look at what's going on in Gaza. Learning to tango definitely takes some hand-eye coordination, but with enough patience and enough practice, it'll be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Bo here is just one of many dogs at Bark Social, a unique social club where members can enjoy catching up with friends and spending some time with man's best friend. Citizens Bank Park may be looking a little empty right now, but in just 3 days, this stadium will be full of thousands of baseball fans excited to watch the Phillies open their 2024 season going head-to-head against the Atlanta Braves. Here at Adventure Aquarium, you can find these cute little plushies and the real deal. For 17 years, Officer Leroy Wimberly has patrolled the streets of Temple University. He loves connecting with the people he serves.
I'm working here being able to work with our students, along with the community, helping to build a better, stronger bridge and that gap that we have between the community and the students. I love that.
Recently, the number of Temple officers has declined. The police union says 11 officers have left since August. 2 retired, 4 joined Upper Darby, Drexel, Wilmington, and Montgomery Township Police, and 5 joined the Philadelphia Police Department. The loss leaves Temple with about 2/3 of the officers the public safety director would ideally like to see patrolling shifts. Dr. Jennifer Griffin says collaboration is key to managing this situation.
You know, unfortunately, we're just kind of stealing each other's people in this smaller pool right now to get the numbers that we need, and then working together.
Philadelphia Interim Police Commissioner John Stanford says the reason so many officers leave Temple for Philadelphia is because the city has more openings.
And so the opportunity for us to employ more people exists with our organization than it does with some of the other universities. So it may appear that we're taking folks, it's just that we have more vacancies and more availability here.
While Temple works to fill spots, the university is boosting its safety technology. Public Safety has added 18 more Code Blue phones, upgraded almost 1/3 of their cameras, and increased officer foot patrols.
We're here not just for the students, for the community. We're here 24/7.
Rhett and Peggy have been sharing their love for dance with the Delaware County community for 25 years now. The duo started their own nonprofit in 1999, which, as Peggy explains,
somebody said once, "I don't want to just waltz." I said, "Excuse me, but we call ourselves mostly waltz."
they like to host monthly waltz mixers with neighbors and visitors from afar. Today they're holding the event at Fellenton Hall in Broomall. As the name implies, attendees can learn the waltz as well as swing, blues, polka, and tango. The mixer opens with a 45-minute pre-dance lesson before switching to live music. Each mixer typically has 70 to 90 attendees, including Dottie and Phil, who've been married and dancing together for 40 years.
There's good dancers out there and you want to dance with them, but there's also people who need to have practice, and so help them be included too.
Learning to tango definitely takes some hand-eye coordination, but with enough patience and enough practice, it'll be as easy as 1, 2, 3.
I really love it as far as the emotionally. It always brings the mood up. I come here once a month to do mostly waltz, and I always have a great time.
What first got me into dancing was a divorce and a recognition that I really needed to get back out into the world socially.
My parents are musicians, and when I was a baby I would sleep backstage, and then as soon as I could walk I'd be out dancing.
The pandemic made class numbers drop, but that's not what it's about for Peggy and Rhett, who say they won't stop encouraging people of all ages to keep dancing. Reporting for The Temp, I'm Grace Ruffalo. Order up! The Manny Young Street Festival was back for another year, and it was a paradise for food lovers. The mile-and-a-half-long festival featured more than 70 food trucks, including sushi, crepes, pasta, crab cakes, nachos, and of course, some Philly staples too.
This is my first thing because all of the lines are really long. It's some cheesesteak fries, which are pretty good, nice and greasy and cheesy.
This year marks the festival's 12th year as the neighborhood celebrates its 200th anniversary. For locals like Spencer Ballant, the street festival is something to look forward to each year.
I live about a street away, so this is my home. I love it here. I love seeing people here. You know, the small businesses, supporting the small businesses, it's always great. So just love everything about it.
Thank you so much. Tuxedo is just one of dozens of vendors here along Main Street, and it's safe to say that this is not the first taco that they've served today. According to the Manayunk Development Corporation, this year's festival had a record-breaking number of attendees, with tens of thousands of people coming out to the event. On top of food trucks, attendees could visit local vendors, restaurants, and jam out to some live music from local artists.
Some of our first gigs actually were here at the Street Food Festival almost 9 years ago, and back before they even had a stage, we used to play on the ground level and bring our own gear, so things are a little bit different now, and 60,000 people or whatever it is, it's pretty amazing.
Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Grace Ruffalo.